The courtroom was filled with a mix of anticipation and tension as people settled into their seats. The polished wooden benches gleamed under the bright lights, and the air was thick with a murmur of whispered conversations. At the front of the room, the imposing judge, known for his strict demeanor, sat high on the bench, ready to oversee the day's proceedings. He wore a black robe that flowed around him like a shadow, exuding authority. In contrast, standing before him was a nurse named Emily. She wore light blue scrubs, a stark reminder of her daily life spent caring for patients. Her hair was tied back neatly, and she held her head high, even as she faced the judge's stern gaze. Emily had come to court as a witness for a case involving healthcare practices. She believed it was important to share her perspective as a frontline worker. However, as soon as she stepped into the courtroom, the judge frowned and adjusted his glasses. With a voice that echoed through the room, he reprimanded her for not adhering to the expected dress code. He expected more formal attire in his courtroom, a customary rule upheld by many judges. The tension mounted as everyone awaited Emily's reaction. Though startled, Emily maintained her composure, embodying the spirit of someone who fought for others every day. Little did anyone know that her response would turn this moment from one of disapproval into an unexpected display of unity and respect for healthcare workers everywhere. As the echo of the judge's voice filled the courtroom, a heavy silence followed. The judge leaned forward, his eyes narrowing as he addressed Emily with a tone that left no room for misunderstanding. "In my courtroom, we uphold certain standards," he declared firmly, emphasizing the importance of traditional attire, especially in a place where justice was served. To the judge, the courtroom was a symbol of respect, authority, and seriousness. He believed that formal clothing, a suit or dress, represented the gravity of the proceedings. His stern expression conveyed that he valued decorum above all else. To him, scrubs were a casual and inappropriate choice for such an important setting. He had seen many cases unfold before him, and in his mind, attire played a role in establishing credibility and respect. Emily understood the judge's perspective, but felt caught between two worlds. She had spent long hours caring for her patients, often sacrificing her own comfort for the sake of others. Wearing scrubs was not just a uniform. It represented her commitment to her work and the lives she touched every day. As the judge continued to scold her, murmurs spread through the audience. Some people exchanged glances, unsure of how to react. They knew the judge was upholding a tradition, yet they also recognized that Emily's presence there was significant. The tension rose as everyone awaited her response, sensing that something powerful was about to unfold in this moment of conflict between tradition and modern-day realities. Taking a deep breath, Emily stood tall, her heart racing but her demeanor calm. She understood the weight of the moment and knew she had to speak from the heart. "Your Honor," she began, her voice steady and clear, "I appreciate your concerns about attire in this courtroom. However, I chose to wear my scrubs today because they represent my commitment to healthcare and my patients." As she continued, her passion filled the room. "Every day, I work long hours caring for those who are vulnerable and in need. My scrubs remind me of the lives I touch and the sacrifices made by healthcare workers everywhere." She paused for a moment, scanning the faces in the audience. Many people nodded in agreement, sensing a deeper truth behind her words. "I know this is a courtroom where tradition holds great significance," she continued, "but I believe it's also a place where we can recognize and respect all professions that contribute to our community." Emily's voice grew stronger as she spoke about the challenges faced by nurses and frontline workers during tough times. The atmosphere shifted as her heartfelt message resonated with those present. Her words carried weight beyond just clothing. They spoke to the dedication and sacrifice of countless individuals working in healthcare. As she finished, there was a palpable silence, followed by an unexpected wave of applause from the audience. People stood up, clapping not only for her bravery, but also for the importance of acknowledging the vital role healthcare workers play in society. As Emily's words hung in the air, a wave of emotion swept through the courtroom. The audience, initially tense and uncertain, began to feel a sense of unity. Her passionate defense of her scrubs as a symbol of dedication struck a chord with many present, reminding them of the countless hours healthcare workers contributed every day. One by one, faces lightened with understanding. Attendees whispered among themselves, acknowledging the truth in her statements. Those who had family members in the medical field felt a surge of pride for their loved ones, while others reflected on their own experiences with nurses and doctors who had cared for them during difficult times. The energy in the room shifted dramatically. It was as if Emily's courage to speak up had unlocked something deeper within everyone present, a shared respect for those who serve selflessly in times of crisis. People started nodding, some even wiping away tears as they felt a connection to her message about sacrifice and commitment. As she concluded her heartfelt speech, the silence that followed was charged with emotion. Then, like a dam bursting, applause erupted spontaneously throughout the courtroom. Attendees stood up one by one, clapping not just for Emily, but for all healthcare workers who often go unrecognized. This powerful display of support transformed what had begun as an awkward confrontation into a moment of solidarity, showcasing how her words resonated on a personal level with everyone present and honoring the spirit of compassion that binds them together. As the last echoes of Emily's speech faded, a palpable silence filled the room, charged with emotion and solidarity. For a moment, it felt as if time had stopped. Then, one brave soul in the audience, a fellow healthcare worker, stood up, raising their hands in appreciation. This simple action ignited a spark that set off a chain reaction. One by one, people began to rise from their seats. The applause started slowly at first, like the gentle patter of rain before a storm. But gradually, it grew louder and more fervent as more individuals joined in, clapping not just for Emily, but for all who serve on the front lines of healthcare. The sound swelled until it was a roaring wave of support that filled the courtroom. Faces lit up with smiles and tears alike, reflecting pride and admiration for what Emily had just expressed. Strangers exchanged knowing glances, connected by a shared understanding of the dedication required in the medical field. People who had once sat quietly in their seats were now united in standing together for a cause much larger than themselves. The judge looked on with an expression that shifted from sternness to surprise as he processed this overwhelming show of unity. For once, the courtroom was no longer defined by rigid rules or expectations. Instead, it became a space where compassion reigned supreme. The applause continued to crescendo, echoing off the walls and creating an atmosphere filled with hope and respect for those who dedicate their lives to helping others. The incident in the courtroom marked more than just an emotional moment. It served as a powerful reminder of the crucial role healthcare workers play in society. Emily's courage to stand up for her profession highlighted the need for respect and recognition, especially during challenging times like those faced during health crises. The applause from the audience reflected a collective acknowledgement of the sacrifices made by nurses, doctors, and support staff who work tirelessly to care for others. In broader terms, this moment urged society to reconsider its values surrounding professionalism and attire. While traditional dress codes have their place, the discussion was reignited about what truly matters in healthcare: commitment, compassion, and the ability to serve those in need. The applause was not only for Emily, but a call to honor all individuals in scrubs, lab coats, or any uniform that symbolizes dedication to caring for people in vulnerable situations. As communities celebrate these unsung heroes, it becomes essential to shift public perception about what professionalism looks like. This incident reminded us that true respect comes not from appearances, but from recognizing the hard work and sacrifices that go on behind scenes. It prompted a conversation about dignity in every profession and the necessity of standing together in support of those who serve selflessly. Ultimately, Emily's experience became a catalyst for change, sparking discussions about honoring healthcare workers' contributions and ensuring they receive appreciation and respect within every environment they enter. including courtrooms. In the days following the courtroom incident, the conversation about professionalism and attire continued to echo throughout the community. Emily's bold stand had ignited a spark, prompting people to reflect on what it truly means to show respect in various professions. Many began to reconsider the rigid expectations surrounding attire, especially in settings like courtrooms where appearances often overshadow substance. The applause that filled the courtroom became a rallying cry for healthcare workers everywhere. Discussions emerged in neighborhoods, workplaces, and social media platforms about the essential roles these professionals play, especially in times of crisis. People started sharing stories of their own experiences with healthcare providers, revealing deep gratitude for the dedication and care they receive. This incident left everyone involved with a lasting impression, not only on the judge and the audience, but also on society as a whole. It encouraged individuals to appreciate the human side of all professions, reminding them that dedication and compassion are what truly matter. Moreover, this moment served as an opportunity for change. Schools and organizations began to discuss how they could better support and respect those who serve in vital roles in society. The impact rippled outward, prompting policy discussions about workplace attire and how it can reflect values rather than merely status. In essence, Emily's experience became more than just a confrontation in a courtroom. It was a catalyst that reshaped perspectives on professionalism, urging communities to honor commitment and compassion over convention. This reflection is crucial as society continues to navigate evolving norms in an ever-changing world.